Hi everyone, it's Tasha. Welcome back to my channel.
I am always in thrift shops looking for high-end style decor for a lot less than retail. Sometimes those pieces need a little DIY, which we also do together on this channel. But today I'm actually showing you the DIY and thrift makeover I gave our 90s style master bathroom. I'm redoing cabinets in there and even the countertop for a whole new look, so come on and join me for this bathroom makeover. So thank you for joining me. The first thing that I need to do is show you the old bathroom that we're working with. This is the majority of the bathroom in here. As you can see, there are the very dark cabinets. These are the square kind of builder grade mirrors that came with the bathroom. This is more of a close-up of the cabinetry, and you can see that it is kind of beat up, lots of scuffing and just kind of in bad shape. And then on top of that, one day not too long after we moved in, one of the mirrors that was on the wall, these builder grade sort of mirrors, just kind of fell off the wall in the middle of the night. This was around midnight. It really startled us. So it just fell off, crashed, broke everywhere. It was a disaster. So I have replaced the mirrors in here with some more modern circular mirrors that actually came from Ross. These were $35 each, and I got these over a year ago and went ahead and replaced those, but the rest is still pretty much untouched with the very dark mahogany sort of cabinetry and a sort of pink flesh-toned countertop. We are going to get into a little bit of a refresh that'll make this bathroom look not only more modern but much more light and airy. So the first thing that I'm tackling in this bathroom are the cabinets themselves. So here they are again, a dark wood, a sort of mahogany tone behind it, and there's the old hardware that's been there since 1987 when the house was built, I assume. And so what I'm going to be doing is trying out this paint technique where you actually end up DIYing your own sort of pale oak look on the wood. So I'm just doing this little sample strip, and I'm starting with this color that's called Antler Velvet by Sherwin-Williams. And so I'm not going to go through the whole paint tutorial, but I've painted these cabinets with Antler Velvet as my first step. When you're painting, you definitely want to make sure you start with sanding and then give a good coat of primer before you paint. Now this does look better to me just on its own, but the fun part of this paint technique comes in when you pull out this decorative glaze by Rust-Oleum. This is the color Java Brown, and you're also going to want to have on hand a chip brush, a deck staining brush, as well as a whisk broom. So the first thing that you do is you apply this Rust-Oleum glaze with your chip brush. The chip brush is the cheap brush. You're just getting the product on the cabinetry or the furniture or whatever you're doing. You're just getting it on. So this is my first time doing it here. This is not a hard technique. So you can see that I just got it all over that cabinet door that I'm doing. And then I went in with my deck staining brush. The deck staining brush is going to be very important. I would not substitute any other sort of brush. This is perfect for spreading out evenly that sort of oily glaze. You're going to need that exact brush that you can pick up from Home Depot, Lowe's, anywhere like that. So I'm just taking that, and now I'm going in the direction of the wood grain, and I'm spreading the glaze out. And we're still going to go over this with that whisk broom that I showed you, but this is a very important step here. This doesn't have to be absolutely perfect with this brush, but you do want to spread it out so that it's more even. And like I said, make sure that you're going in the direction of the wood grain for each part of the cabinet. So you can see I'm going down on the sides and across on the top and bottom. And now I'm pulling out my little whisk broom. This is important because this is going to help create the actual faux wood look. And I'll show you a close-up in the middle, but you just want to continue to go in the direction of the wood grain with your whisk broom across all of the glaze. And when you look up close on this, this is giving it little lines and making it look much more like a real wood. One nice thing about this Rust-Oleum glaze is that it's very workable for a long time, so you don't have to rush or feel any pressure to hurry through this step. You could even wipe this completely off at the stage where I am and start over. It takes a long time to dry, so you have plenty of time to do that. So here you can now tell that I have done these 3 drawers and the cabinets on this side, and I think it's such a nice bright look. So now I'm going to turn my attention to the hardware as well. This is sort of a dark silver color originally. I'm taking some high performance flat black enamel spray paint that's sturdier than regular spray paint, and I'm giving these a nice coat. And I'm just putting them back on, and I think that the black looks really nice with this newly sort of pale oak color cabinetry. And so after that, I'm going to turn my attention to also the faucets. As you can see, these are really fun, shiny gold and silver. I'm pretty sure these are original to the house as well. So since I am not handy with plumbing and I'm doing this all by myself, I'm going to paint these in place. So if you're going to do something like that, you definitely want to do the prep work first, which I can handle. So I'm just using some of this plastic that's already attached with the painter's tape on it, which is super handy, and I'm taping it above, around the wall, anywhere where paint might feasibly get, and spray paint always gets farther than you think it will, so go big and cover everything up. And then I'm just kind of pushed a hole through it right where the faucets are, and then I also taped around that. So the nice thing is there is a way to kind of touch it up afterwards if you do make a mistake, but you do want to prep as much as possible. So I'm starting with this self-etching primer on these. This bonds to metal and helps any sort of other paint that you're going to use over top of it stick really well, and it just makes the whole situation a lot more sturdy for faucets like this that you're going to be using in the future. So I'm going to see, how it holds up. So far it's held up really nicely, and then I'm going in with this high performance black enamel. This is the same thing I used on the handles, so I'm going back over after the primer has dried and doing a coat of the black enamel. So after I peel off the tape and the plastic, I can see that the bottom line is not perfect there. So what I'm doing is I've just sprayed a little bit of spray paint directly into a paper plate, and I'm taking a tiny little brush from my art kit, and you can actually just spot touch with spray paint like that with a brush. You can't do it for very long. The spray paint will dry obviously pretty quickly, but you definitely have time to do a little touch up like this. So if you didn't know that you could do that, you can. It makes things a lot easier if you have a tiny little touch up. So I'm just going with this little tiny angled brush and making it look perfect. So now let's take a look back at our before photo, back with the original color cabinets, and let's think about doing something to the countertop, because this kind of flesh toned countertop I do not love. It's not the worst, but it's not the best, and I think that it would look better in a cleaner white countertop. So I have partnered with Daich Coatings today, and I'm so thankful to them for sending over this kit. I'm using their SpreadStone kit in the color natural white. So what this is a nice way to refresh your dated countertops, your worn countertops. This is great for like laminate countertops that you're wanting to upgrade. This is a blend of rocks and actual mineral accents that harden together into a tough, decorative stone finish, and it has a high bond, and it's very, very hard. I actually talked to a blogger that I came across who did this in her kitchen, and I emailed with her, and she let me know that it was holding up really well after several years. She was very happy with it, and she actually has 7 people living in her house. I will link to her blog post for you in the description box, because it was really thorough with the whole application process, in case you want to read that too. But it's just made to last for many years. It's a good product, and I'm very happy with it. So let's get into how you would apply this product. This SpreadStone kit comes in different colors, and it comes with everything that you will need to apply it, except perhaps an orbital sander, which will make the sanding step that you need to do a lot faster. You can do it by hand with the sanding materials inside, but I do have an orbital sander already, so I'm going to be using mine. So the first thing that you want to do is prep again. You want to tape off all around the counter, all around the wall, the backsplash, everything like that, and around your faucets as well. Okay, step 1 says I have to apply this base coat. I'm supposed to just mix it up with a stick really well, do a thin uniform coat over the whole counter using the brush for the edges and tight spaces, and then one of the rollers for the larger sections. So I'm going to do that to start us off. Applying this base coat is very simple, very easy, and I actually found it kind of cathartic just to cover up the color of the previous counter. Okay, that is the second coat of the base coat, meaning now I need to wait between an hour and 2 hours, and then I can start putting on the stone coating. After the base coat comes the stone coating, and this is also very simple. You're just rolling it on with a roller, the same way you do the base coat, and you just have to make sure it's stirred really well, because as you can see, there are your rocks and your minerals inside there that you're actually going to be rolling and brushing onto the countertop. So I'm just starting with the brush. This is similar to how you would paint anything. You're cutting in around the tight areas with a brush, and then you roll on the big flat portion. So I'm just going in with my brush, making sure there's plenty of rocks and minerals on each scoop that I'm taking, and then spreading and patting them out, doing the back around the faucets as well as the front edge with my brush. And then I'm going in with my roller for the main part of the surface, and I'm just going kind of back and forth in an up and down V and W pattern to spread all the rocks and minerals out. Okay, so next is sanding. I'm going to be using an orbital sander instead, since they do say if you have that, it's faster. So what you're doing with this sanding step is, now that you have that rock coating on, that stone on, you're sanding it out smooth. And so this part was also very satisfying, because as soon as you start running the sander over that layer, it starts to reveal the rock and the mineral below, and starts to really kind of come together, and you can see the look of this new countertop. So I'm sanding mine to kind of an orange peel finish, so it has this nice organic stone kind of feel. That's what I was going for, and I just think that it looks really cool. I love the different rocks and minerals that are showing through here. And I love the overall nice, bright, clean, white look of the background of it. I'm so happy that I went ahead and grabbed this product. And the very last step is to apply this really durable, clear top coat over it. Again, you're just doing the same thing again. You're brushing around any of the smaller, tighter areas, and then you're rolling over top of the main area with a roller from the kit. And that is the last step. And then I'm taking the tape off to see how it looks. You also want to use a utility knife or something sharp like that to cut around where you've taped, just so that it comes off cleaner. And this is the final result of the countertop. I'm very happy with it. Absolutely no regrets, would do it again 100%. I think that it looks so much better on this countertop. And now for the decorating, I'll show you a few key pieces that I'm using in this bathroom, and then I'll show you how it all comes together. So number one, I have purchased this rug from Amazon. I've had this for several months, and I really like the just subtle green color inside of that. I will link it in the description box. Then for one little space on the wall, kind of over to the side, I've picked up this framed dried citrus leaf print that I found at the thrift store for $4.99. I thought that that was just a nice little spa-like touch there. I've purchased new bath mats from Amazon. These are a lovely waffle knit in this green color. I absolutely love this. One side has a really grippy feel to it, so it doesn't slide around on the floor, and I love the fringe on the edges. Highly recommend this mat. Next, over the tub, this is a tapestry print that looks like a tapestry framed once you have it up. It's really pretty, also with the green tones, and the frame was from a thrift shop for $7.99. I'm also placing some towels. I picked these up from Ross, and there's two of them that match, one for each side there. These are kind of a subtle floral print that looks nice for spring for me. They're actually kitchen towels, which I like to use because they dry out quickly and they dry your hands really well. This tray has a nice contrast with the dark wood over this nice new bright white countertop, so I'm using this tray from TJ Maxx. And then I'm just putting in some fresh florals from outside on a bush in our yard. And I think that this nice creamy white vase from the thrift shop also, which was $3.99 I believe, looks really nice here, to the cream kind of tying together the bright white with some of the other tones. I picked up this little canister from a different thrift store just the other day. It was $3.99. It was originally $25 from Threshold line at Target, as you can see on the bottom there, and I'm just using this to store some cotton balls that I use all the time. I'm even updating my hand soap while I'm at it, so this is a new bottle. This is from Lowe's, actually. I will link it. It's a nice smell with a eucalyptus mint there, nice for spring or any time of year. And this basket I picked up quite a while back for $4.99 from a thrift shop. It's nice and large, and I like to use this to hide bath toys here for my little one. I also picked up this potted faux thyme plant. This is from Creative Co-op on Amazon. I will try and find it and link it. It's a nice touch in any room. And with one final peek back at where we started, at least with this countertop area, let's take a look at the final reveal. Just stepping into this bathroom, I feel that it is so much lighter and brighter, so I'm automatically so happy with that. I do think that this faux oak finish turned out really well, and I love the pop of black on the handles paired with that. I love the fresh white stone countertop kit, and even though this bathroom is still not, the most modern, I still have the same shower and the same tub over there, which were thankfully already at least neutral colors. Just focusing on this countertop and this cabinetry that you face when you walk into the bathroom has made a huge difference. And I'm so happy that I was able to DIY all of this myself and then add some final touches from some nice Amazon finds mixed with lots of thrift pieces. I think that this all came together really well for a nice, bright, fresher, more modern upstairs master bathroom. Thank you so much for watching along with me today. If you have any questions on the cabinetry process or the countertop kit, you're welcome to post below. I will link to everything that I have used and everything that I bought that was new and not thrifted. If you're new to the channel, it is very thrift centered, so there's lots of thrift episodes and DIYs and that sort of thing. So if you enjoyed it, please subscribe. You will see more of them in your feed. Thank you to those of you who are always here. I hope that you enjoyed it. Can't wait to hear from you. And in the meantime, I will see you at the next video.